Hey guys, how you doing? Today I'm gonna get Bell sludgenized. What is that? Well, you're about to find out. You see, we could all use a little bit of help, a little bit of a spring cleaning for our engines, all the guck that builds up. So I'm gonna take you through this revolutionary process to be able to clean that engine out so it's so sparkly clean you can eat off it. All right, so we're here at Laos Auto Service Center in Pampanga. This is Sludgenizer NV20. Now, this is what we're hoping to achieve today. You can see the before and after. Basically, what we're trying to do is restore the engine back to the original condition. We're not promising miracles here. They're just saying, let's take it back to how it was designed to perform when it rolled out of the showroom floor. And that's what we're gonna do to Belle today. So let's go and clean her up. All right, so we're gonna take you through the process. This is really exciting stuff. I gotta say, not the first time I've done Sludgenizer. A couple of weeks back, I did it on White Shadow. That's the white Trailblazer. I was so impressed by it that when they actually did it, you really do feel a difference. And because we've got two Trailblazers and there's a bit of sibling rivalry in the family, you can't do one and not the other. So this is why we're doing Belle as well, so they don't get jealous. It gets kind of ugly. So what we're gonna do right now is they're first going to drain the oil. That's the most important thing. And I wanna see what that oil looks like, because it's been about 6,000 or 7,000 kilometers since my last oil change. And in Metro Manila, that is like, you would do it like dog kilometers. You know how dogs age 7 times faster than humans? Well, in Metro Manila, the kilometers are like 7 times more than anywhere else in the world. This is why it's so important to have your engine running in absolute tip-top shape. You know, oil changes are awesome. You should do them every 5,000 kilometers. If you can do them a little bit more, that's great. But 5,000 is usually a good number, or 3 months in this Metro Manila area especially. That's great, but it's not enough. And I'll tell you why. It's just like when you brush your teeth, for example. Not them on every 3 months, of course, but you know, you do that regularly, but every year you'll go back to your dentist and get the proper clean. You just have them do all those places you can't reach yourself. That's what this is doing over here. It's the same type of concept. So using that as an analogy, every year, just go and have the insides of your engine all cleaned out, flushed out, just to get all the impurities out of it and keep your engine running as smoothly as possible. So let's see what it looks like after they drain it. Then they put this high pressure fluid, or fluid with high pressure, going through every component of your engine. Basically anything that your oil touches, this will touch too, because it's going through the same system. Your valves, your pistons, the lifters, everything will be going through it. And it uses a special formula to sort of soften it and dissolve all the sludge before that high pressure blast comes in and just takes it all out. Now this is where all the magic happens. This is the main machine right here, the Sludgenizer. Now you can see it's connected to 2 pipes. There are 2 hoses. One connects to the top of your car and one to the bottom where the drain plug is for your oil. Now this will recycle it. If you try and think of it like maybe like a dialysis machine, it basically cleans everything, but instead of putting back the clean oil, you're gonna put back fresh oil. This is a specialized fluid that's going through with its own filter. Now, if you are one of those businesses that's gonna invest in this, then it's good to know that that fluid will last up to 20 times. So whether it's gas or diesel, the same fluid is good for 20 different cycles, and then you gotta get rid of it. Everything is going through here. After that, it's gonna be completely clean. We'll put fresh oil in there. Should be perfect. Okay, this is the true test. This is what it looks like before. And then they just put the dipstick on there with the old oil. Now they're gonna put the dipstick after. All right. And that's what it looks like on the before and after. Now this is just a simple sheet of paper. Put the dipstick over here and you can see what the old oil looks like. Lots of gooey stuff over there. Here it's a very light gray, and more importantly, I don't know how close we can get there, you don't see any particles. It's nice and clear. Now what separates this from other flushes, you may have tried them as well, I have over the years, is to put a can in there and then you'd let your car sort of idle and you'd let it also sit around in there. I'm not too comfortable with the idea of putting things that the manufacturer doesn't actually recommend in my engine as it's running. They have a specific oil as they put over here, 5W30. Not too comfortable with that. But what separates this is the fluid is put while the engine is not running at all, right? It's going through a filtration system. You've got the hose on top, you got the hose underneath, and it's going through this complete cleansing program through its own filter. so it's not running your own engine. So once that is all clean and it gets through every nook and cranny of every moving part in your engine, then you go back to basics. You start with a brand spanking new engine, and then you put the manufacturer specified oil in there, and it is all great. Now that's what it looks like. What's more important, what does it feel like? Let's go for a drive. So I'm just cruising right now just to feel the idling speeds. Hard to tell because my tires are mud tires, so they make a bit of noise, but you can already feel a little bit of the vibration is lessened a little bit. So that, it's noticeable. It's not crazy, but it's noticeable just a little bit. It's not the oldest of all cars, so, but it does feel good. Okay, that's noticeable. I'm trying to look in the rear view mirror as well. Normally, under heavy acceleration like that, I'll always see a plume of smoke. I'll see it. I'm looking behind the rear view mirror. I don't see that smoke. I used to get a lot of smoke when I would be under heavy acceleration. I'm not getting it this time, which is really good. And it's worse at night when you see the headlights from the other cars. You really sort of see this cloud of smoke. There's no escaping that. I've tried different oils. It's just, I think, something that always happens after a while when your engine picks up deposits. So I don't see that. I feel the difference here in the acceleration. There's a bit of a surge. That feels nice. Now, if you're wondering when to get this done, ideally, the recommended is 20,000 kilometers. I'd do it every year or every 20,000 kilometers. It's 5,500 pesos per service, and it really does help prolong the life of your engine. It feels good, but more importantly, it's good for you, for your car. Well, that's it. My second car done. I'm probably going to get my next car done as well, because you know what? They all want to feel the same, and you got that just clean feeling. So for Ask James, this has been James Deakin. I hope I have answered your questions. If you have any more, pop them in the comments box, use the hashtag, and we'll get to them as soon as possible. Happy and safe driving, everyone.
The Sludgenizer NV20 is currently available at the following service shops and car dealers. This video presentation was brought to you by Capco Manila Incorporated. For more information about the Sludgenizer NV20, please like, follow, and subscribe to their social media accounts.